Hello everybody, this is part 2 of the Commodore scenario. In part 1 we got some foundations laid down for the railway and the Empire, connected up a few of the businesses, and we got our Buffalo to New York City line put in place, and that's all up and running. So let's just remind ourselves where we are. Well, remind me where I am on the task list, since this is now the next day. I actually did save it and close the game down, so I want to check where I'm up to. So we've got the first two fine. That's now on its way. That's almost there, so that's not a problem. Making good progress on the railway total length. Need to start collecting more cities. Obviously, build up this profit margin. Sorry, our company value, and then we need to start putting our lovely rivals out of business. Now we've got 4 years as well left to connect this express line from Toledo to New York. Now what I might do is let some money build up, and I'm tempted to go ahead and do that now.
Competitor, pay attention and watch how I handle my business. Nothing can go wrong.
I'm just looking. Okay, yeah. So we have a spare platform-ish. I mean, it is shared on that side. But we're not going to be able to squeeze anything through this middle here because these are all clumped up.
Reached a respectable size.
And we want to go into Toledo. So I'm going to go ahead, like I said, I'm going to get that done now. So I'll start by putting a small station into Toledo. It will need a maintenance building because it's such a huge line. And I just want to plan the best way to bring this through. Now I want to come down roughly this way. Obviously I will tweak this before I confirm its final placement. So I want to come down there. There's no pass to the south until you get down to Knoxville through these mountains, so don't want to head south way. So what I'll do is just, whoops, not that. Bring him that way a bit, and then run along the edge of the mountains for a while. Skirt by Pittsburgh, and then I will follow our pre-existing track here. Of course, we are on the wrong side of this track, so to speak. We will have, without crossing, we're going to be on this inside bit here, and that's going to lead us to here, where we're obviously boxed out by our existing track. So what I'm thinking is, now I could, the only way to avoid crossing a track here is to go along the top and hug the very northern edge of the map, down around the city of Albany, and then down and then into this station here. As a quick comparison, and this is going to be quite rough and ready, I want to see what sort of a price difference we're looking at, because that will use a lot more track. So you'd assume it'll cost a lot more. However, the bridge or tunnel, whichever it turns out to be, that we have to use to cross this line is also going to be expensive. So I'm going to bring it down this way, and then if we cross it there, what we could also even do is hug this line again, to give us access to that pre-existing supply tower. And then like that, so we're looking at 606, we'll call it 700,000 to do that. Now I imagine going all the way around is going to be a heck of a lot more expensive. But just to I'll check it, you know, just for the sake of it. If I could save a couple 100,000 by doing it this way, it's well worth doing. I mean, I don't believe the objective is an express line. I think it's just transport passengers between the two cities without stopping. So it can take as long as it bloody wants to do it. Obviously, you know, the longer it's taking, the longer the objective takes to complete because you're waiting around for your trains to get there. But, in fact, yeah, let's hug this line as well. Do it fairly, a fair test. So if I was going to come this way, I would. I need to go up this hill. You know, if I was going to run it this way, I obviously would hug that line there. And then down. Down to... Whoa. I mean, what was it? Well, it was 700, wasn't it? The 691, something like that. This could actually turn out to be well, it looks like it's going to be much of a muchness in terms of which it actually works out ever so slightly cheaper to run it that way. And running it that way does mean we don't cut off or run the risk of cutting off any other businesses. So I think we'll go ahead and do it that way. Now that I've seen that, glad I checked that actually. And it's way out of the way. There's nothing to the north of this track that we need to access. So yeah, okay. Yes, I'll go with that one. So we'll let the game run, build up some money. How long is that track? 775 miles, okay. So that's going to help us take a big chunk out of that total track length goal, because 775 doubled is 1550. So, on top of our pre-existing network, that 1550 is going to push us pretty nicely towards the 7.8. So yeah, getting the best of both worlds there, so to speak. Okay, so oh, it is an express connection. Okay. Yeah, this is the one where it's transport between the two with no stops. Okay then. We'll go with it anyway. I'll admit I'm not exactly sure what the game constitutes as an express connection. I don't have a clue. I don't know if it's speed from point A to point B, so from New York to Buffalo, or if it's just the train, if it's the fastest train possible, or fastest train available to all of the companies, including their competitors. But regardless, I'm gonna stick with it. Now we do have an available bond, so I'm gonna go ahead and issue that bond now for 603,000. So that pushes us just over 1 million. So then we can afford, in fact, wait there. Just leave him there for now. Build that little chunk, well, a large chunk of the line, and then expand here. And then this route can have its own dedicated platform, so it's not going to be, you know, hassled. Okay, I've got that going on the wrong side. Just cancel that. As I was saying, it's not going to be, you know, bogged down by waiting at platforms for any other trains what are heading to New York. You know, any goods trains or any other passenger trains what are using that platform. Hopefully, that will help the game recognise this route as an express train. Although I do have my doubts. Oh, trying to hook up to the wrong track there. So we're almost to Toledo. Here we are. So 598 for its return track. And then we're going to need a heck of a lot of supply towers on this one. That's fine. So let's just increase our speed and wait for the money to build up. So we're almost 20% of the way towards that goal now. Still got 2 years to complete it. Remember, these are the end of the year, not the start. So end of 1853.
More attention to the maintenance of your locomotives.
Then once this is connected up, that'll put a big chunk into that target. And we'll also have another city connected, and then we'll start work connecting more and more cities, which will actually hit that target as well as encourage our company to grow in terms of value, which will help hit this goal. Once we start making decent profits, you know, loads of money rolling in, that's when we'll start buying out our competitors. Now, if you look, they're all very small. What, 1, 2, 4 stations there. 1, 2, 3, 4 stations on that one. 1, 2, 3, 4 on that one. So they're not going to be worth a great deal. Okay, where's our problem? Why can't we purchase this? Ah, it's this bit here. Actually, that curve is a little bit too much. So what I'll do, bit of jiggery pokery, and there we go, that's now done. So let's start chucking down a ton of, in fact, no, want to get the signals in first. So drive it on the left. And we'll put a tower there. One around there. One near Buffalo. And one more, say, there. So that line is now all ready to go. We have a maintenance building at both ends. So we can go ahead and start putting in the trains. Now I'm going to encourage it to be an express train by selecting mail and passengers only. So we'll go ahead and do that. Use our newly unlocked Rensselaer because it's suitable for express trains. It's the fastest train. So we'll put him on, and we'll have 2, 3, 4 in the one direction. Just slow the game down for a second. Whoa, slow it down. So that was 4 going from New York, so we'll have 4 again coming the opposite way from Toledo. Same deal, passengers and mail only with the Rensselaer. 2, 3, 4.
discussing any plans? Because there's something I found.
Okay, we'll get the market crier to increase our passenger numbers. We'll bid on this for the increased increased amount of mail in our cities.
It's probably just another one of your
So
little.
let's see, where's our first train that left New York? How far? Oh, just coming around Taylor Farm here. Now, it's not recognised as an express connection yet, but we'll see. Okay, so yes, that's eating into that target quite nicely. That's coming along nicely as well. So now we can start connecting extra cities. So we're in Toledo, which is meat. We have Grand Rapids here, which is beer. So let's go ahead and hook them two up. That'll generate some nice profits for us.
It's starting to drive me mad.
Completely box him in. Get that ready in preparation. We want it to be on a separate platform so it doesn't mess up the trains coming in from New York. And we'll run a double track for this line. So we need 89,000 for the double track, so just speed it up to let the money build up. There we go. Now we can put these signals on the line. Get a train running.
Technology is mine now. Thanks for your work.
He could just have the Philadelphia. And we'll go for my default 4 trains, 2 leaving from each side. And then we can get a supply tower as well. And we could also put a maintenance building in Grand Rapids. Okay, so we've got another express train.
You have a new toy.
So I'll let some money build up, and then I want to go ahead and I'm going to get these conductors. So yes, once I've got some money together, I'm going to go ahead and change these trains from the Rensselaer to the Rogers American. $400,000 should be plenty. So there's the 8, what we set, what we want to be replacing. So they're now all the fastest train we possibly have. And unless I'm mistaken, I also believe that's the fastest train available in this era. 40, so we got 46, 35, 44, 37, 37, 37. Yeah, so yeah, so now we've got the fastest train. Hopefully, it'll start to recognise it as a express line to meet that goal. Okay, so that line's in operation. I'm going to expand this station here. Quickly adjust that to that platform. And then get a station down in Indianapolis.
So, you want to take care of this city now?
There we go. Oh. Too close to an existing track. Okay, let's do it that way then. That'll do it. $105. Perfect. I've started, I don't know if you've noticed, when I start the second track and when I end the second track, I've started doing the merge further from the station. Now the reason for that is I often change what platforms are going into. Now, if I'd leave it too close, you have to delete quite a bit of track. The further away it is, you know, it's easier to change over. You don't have to delete as much track, it's less fiddly. So that's why I've started doing that. It's made a difference so far, as you saw there with that line in Grand Rapids. Just delete some of the curve and then relay it, rather than deleting the merge lane and what have you. So that's why I've done that. Anyway, let's get some trains on this one. This is a beer meat line again, so it's going to be quite lucrative. I'll go mental. You can have the dragon. And we'll do the return. Okay, so what we got here? We've got a conductor and a stoker. So what I want to do is that train what's already got some staff members on it. Well, he got a stoker, okay. So that train, get this stoker put on. And he can have a conductor. Now it's not classing them as express trains. I think it's because it's such a long way that it's going. Which is annoying, but never mind. So how many cities we've got now? We've got 8. So since it's just next door, down the road, we'll go ahead and get Washington DC linked up to Baltimore.
You're expanding too fast for my liking. Would you please hold your horses? Unfortunately, one of your trains didn't make it.
And I'm not even going to bother having 2 trains running this route because it's so damn close. Let me just grab one of my... That one will do. Hey, they complement each other, so that's good. And we've now got a faster train. By 5%, I think it was. So that's 9, so 3 more. Louisville would have to skirt round Harris Manor. So instead I may turn my attention to... Oh yes, Norfolk, look, that would be a beer meet. It's a decent distance, so that would inflate our prices as well. So I think that's the way I'm going to go. So we'll put our next station into Washington. Like so. At the shed there. Then get our station in Norfolk. I'm going to put him that way. And then bring the line out. The best way for me to do this is to skirt this way. And then hop over the river. Job's a good one. Twin it. Because it's a good growth line and it's got a good distance. Fill out the signals and we'll have a supply tower, just the one, about halfway. So on that curve. And then get some trains running. The dragon. And we'll have... Do you know what? I'm going to go for 6. I'm going to treat myself.
One of your trains isn't doing what it should be doing.
That's 5,
Fast, but do they
6.
also provide a decent level of comfort?
You can be certain that the reporter will
So we got an accountant. So reduces prices by 10% on locomotives. Okay. Just slow it down a second. What else we got here? A saboteur. Not interested in a saboteur, if I'm honest. Okay. The next city I will hook up. Just, okay, yeah, it's fine. Will be Pittsburgh. Just here. Just follow the bend of the river. And shoot him in. There. There we go. It's the wrong way. Lovely. Get a tower on there. Get some trains going. It's a meat-to-meat line, so it's not going to be the most profitable, but what the heck? There we go. Just have a look now. Okay, so we're nearly just under 6,000 miles total length. We're halfway towards this goal. One more city to hit that goal, and a quarter of the way to our company value. What's next on the research? More passengers. So, what was I going to do? Let me remind myself. Yes, okay, I remember. I'm going to put some more trains on this. We've got 12. So I'm going to put 2 more starting from each city. Like so. So New York's growing nicely. Of course, city growth isn't a problem anymore. But I do want to put a sawmill in here. Purely because we have logs right here. Well within reach. So we can make some good money. And give us good company value increase. I will run 2, even though it's a relatively short run. That's all ready to go. Before I do, I'm going to go ahead and put a bid on that logging industry. So we'll make money there, make money on the trains, make money on that. So, triple threat, almost. So, make him fully loaded, and we'll have 3, I think. Go for 3. That's the 1, 2, 3. Increase our speed for a while. And then start expanding this.
I've taken one of your employees with me. You don't mind, do you?
I don't know what train he's nicked him from, who he was, what he was doing. They really need to provide feedback as to which employee's just been headhunted, so we can, deal with it. And that's why I don't often use train employees. We still need to get one more city. The obvious choice is Wilmington. So let's be obvious. So we'll put another station in Norfolk, then in Wilmington.
How carefully did you consider that?
We'll put a maintenance building in both, which does mean we'll have to wait a while to get some money to build the track, or to afford the track at least. Like that, so 112,000. So we're now dwarfing all of our competitors.
Many cities are now connected via your rail.
So what we can start doing is eating into their company, buying up shares in all of them. Put a supply tower there. And then get the trains running. Just have 4. So that was 2. That's 4. And I think we'll take a break here. Make it into a 3-part at least. And hopefully we'll be able to push on and get over some of these other tasks in the next episode. We've made a good start.
One of your trains isn't doing what it
Should be okay. This one I need to look at. I may have to go ahead and put a second line in that just almost goes straight to New York. That might then meet the game's classification for an express line, but we'll see. It's going to be might take some track rearranging. For example, this line here may have to come this way. This line may have to come out and then join back up there. Or even it's just the one, yeah. Or what I'll even do is, instead of bringing it to that station, bring it into this station. But yeah, we'll do that in the next episode. Just get that while I'm here. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully see you in part 3. And fingers crossed, we may do this one. So I shall see you next time, guys. Bye bye.